My name is Allie McCarthy, and I'm the Director of Education for the Groundwork San Diego Earth Lab. And I had the pleasure of working with the 8th grade teachers at Millennial Tech Middle School over the last 2 months to create projects that show blue-green infrastructure around the Chollas Creek watershed. Our essential questions: what does the history of the Chollas Creek watershed teach us about our current community experiences? How does this configuration and design of the watershed itself and the city around it impact how water travels through the watershed? And how can we bring about changes to the watershed to reduce the risk of flooding for the community and balance our natural environment? So primarily, we were inspired by the tragic flooding that occurred just over a year ago in January 2024 here in San Diego. Here at MTM, actually, the first floor flooded. There was about 6 inches of rainwater in the bottom of all the first floor classrooms. Students in 8th grade remember this, so we were hoping to teach the students a little bit about why that flooding occurred and why it was so bad based on the design, the urban design of the watershed, as well as the solutions that can help change that. So in science class, the students had the learning objective of calculating the potential and kinetic energy based on the slope, curvature, and riverbed material to make up the river. And in order to do that, they tested different watershed designs before building their own. So you can see this watershed has a different configuration. We have a straight path. They are signifying that there's a floodplain here. So let's see how our marbles go down this one. Ooh. So you can see that they go a lot faster. When we have straight channelized river bottoms, you can see the river bottom here is just straight, is smooth. And so we don't have any natural plants or rocks or bumps in that. And so you can see how that pushes the water out really fast to the ocean or to the lake, wherever your river is ending up. And if there's any blockages in this riverbed from fallen trees or trash or debris, you can see how we would easily have a flooding event happen. For example, if I had a blockage here, then all of this water is going to flow out and flood the community around the creek. And so the students were able to test different configurations. We have 16 different configurations with a different slope, a different curvature, a different bottom material, and a different buffering or wall situation set up. In history, the students created a timeline from time immemorial for Kumeyaay pre-contact all the way up through 2024 to showcase how the growth and conflict of the Chollas Creek watershed region and how it relates to the U.S. relationships with tribes, Mexico, as well as the development of our economy and the Industrial Revolution.
And that's been the focus of history. Unfortunately, the books are still pretty old. So we are moving right in the direction with California history, including the Kumeyaay, including local history, and including how the environment impacts.
So this was our math project that the students calculated the actual slope of the watershed using the elevation and distance. Okay, so on this one, you can see that we have a negative slope going from this section to this section. That's actually one of the things that the students noticed first. When they were doing their calculation with the point slope formula and creating their line for graphing the slope of the watershed, they asked, why is it negative? And we realized it's going downhill. That would be why it's negative. And so it was a really awesome point where students were able to connect an in-class mathematical number to a real-world situation, that the water flows downhill with gravity.
I love bringing in the environmental aspect into the project. It's really important. I think the fact that it was local made kids excited. Having that giant, I don't know what you call it, poster thing up on the wall, the kids are really excited about looking at their neighborhood from the aerial view.
And then on this side, our advanced class have posters where they did a piecewise slope calculation to calculate the slope from start to finish of the entire watershed. The next thing that we did was we worked with the English language arts teacher to write persuasive advocacy letters. So our letters are to different folks within city government and elected officials advocating for blue-green infrastructure and nature-based solutions. This is an example of some of the letters that students wrote to Parks and Rec Director Andy Field. And so we plan to deliver these letters to Andy Field. Most of the students are writing about different blue-green infrastructure pieces, solutions that we taught them as part of this project when they're learning about flooding. And so we have students advocating for the Chollas Creek watershed, which is a historically underserved watershed that was subject to historical redlining, which has led to some of these infrastructural problems that we're seeing today. At our showcase tonight, we have some pre-written letters as well as some blank letters for any parents who would like to join our letter writing campaign.
Earth Lab was carrying a bulk of the day-to-day, like helping with troubleshooting, problem solving, like getting small hiccups. Kids like it when there's new adults, other adults in the room to help them learn.